Good morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update, brought to you by Pepperstone on Friday the 17th of November 2017. I'm Darren Sinden, and you can follow me on Twitter throughout the day by using @ds_Pepperstone. Right, let's take a look at overnight changes and price moves to be aware of. Just want to focus on a couple of points. The euro has crept back above 118 this morning, adding to its gains earlier in the week. So that's one to keep an eye on surely from here. Cable has also seen some moves. The pound strengthening against the US dollar, up by about 0.33% so far. We've also seen a move in the yen, again a bit of a subtle move, stealth if you like, 112.56 now the yen, and we'll look at the yen in a little bit more detail in a moment. Contributing to those moves, the dollar index has come back slightly, 0.34% the change, 93.61 trading shortly before we went live with the video. Okay, chart of the day. The question I want to pose here is the yen strengthening again on risk off? Now, of course, we saw commodity prices weakening earlier in the week, and that was dragging down equities. And we saw money flowing into some safe haven assets, including the yen. You can see what's happened in the yen recently post the election. We're testing back to a 50-day EMA line here. We've broken under this pre-election uptrend line, so one wonders what the next move in the yen will be from here. Okay, what's on the calendar? Events today that could move the markets. It's another fairly busy day, not quite as packed as yesterday. We've already had new motor vehicle sales in Australia. That was out at just after midnight, 12:30 GMT. To come, first of the day's central bank speeches at 8:30. Mario Draghi will be speaking then. He'll be followed by at 9 o'clock Eurozone current account data for September, and at 10 by Eurozone construction output for that same month. Then at 1300, something we don't hear from too often these days, German Bundesbank President Jens Wiedmann will speak at 1300 GMT, as I say. That's followed at 1330 by US building permits and housing starts, and then perhaps the pick of the day's data, Canadian CPI, the Bank of Canada inflation data out at 1330. That's followed by the Kansas Fed Manufacturing Survey for November at 1500. Then the Baker Hughes rig count at 1700, followed by the CFTC commitment of traders data at 1930 to finish the week off. Okay, breaking news and comment that's caught my eye. First of all, Moody's has upgraded India to Baa2 from Baa3 and says its outlook is stable. The rupee has rallied as a result. The change is small, but it is symbolic. It's the first upgrade for India for 14 years. Malaysian Q3 GDP growth implies the country's grown at 6.2% on an annualised basis, well ahead of forecast of 5.4%. So another impressive emerging market performance there. And there are suggestions in Washington DC that Special Counsel Robert Mueller has subpoenaed Trump campaign officials, says the FT, and the US dollar eases as a result. Food for thought then, staying with the US dollar, something for you to take away into the trading day and the weekend. Could the US dollar get left behind is the question. US bankers Morgan Stanley have made a bold long-term call on the US dollar, which they believe could suffer a multi-year decline from here. The reasons they give is that as global growth picks up in the rest of the world, that it will outweigh the benefits of any future Fed rate rises. So that is something to think about, and obviously inaction in Washington DC on the part of Mr. Trump, who may be dug into a bigger hole, could be a root cause of that. Okay, please take a moment to read the risk warning. Trading CFDs and foreign exchange on margin can be a risky business. If you're in any doubt about the risks involved, then please do contact your Pepperstone account representative.